Okay, sorry for the delay due to some technical issue. Today we connected little late. Okay, we'll wait 2 minutes. Let others also get joined. So we told it will start little delay. So in 2-3 minutes, I'll start the session. And before that, if you have any questions from past sessions, you can let me know. Did you install JDK and Eclipse? Are you able to do the basic example? Assignment completed. Okay, Balu. Good. So still they are joining. Okay, we'll wait. So in past few sessions, we have seen about what is full stack Java and its modules that we are going to cover. And we saw about what is a program and what are the different levels of programming and why Java is important and why we are learning Java programming language because of the JVM. Java Virtual Machine, which acts as an interpreter, which will make us to run on any operating system or any platform same. It also has JIT compiler, which is called just-in-time compiler to work faster. And we know if you in future also when you're joining in any company for any interview, maybe it is not related to Java programming or you're working on any other stream also, they will prefer candidates who already know Java because somewhere or the other, all the programming languages or any other, not only program, any other technologies that you're going to learn, they will require the Java core knowledge or any kind of Java knowledge will be required by them. So if you are learning, if you know Java, they will prefer candidates with Java because they will assume that anyone who knows or can do the programming on Java can easily learn other things also because they know most of the coding and language. So it is easy to train them and make them to understand other language and work with that technology also. So it's always best to learn this because it will help if you are switching from one to other or upgrading yourself in future also, the basic knowledge or complete core knowledge of Java will definitely help you. Okay. Aditya, Balu, Vikas, Satish, Shrikant, Manohar, Teja, everyone. Can you all hear me? Any questions from the past sessions? In the last session, yes. Clear? Okay. In the last sessions, we have discussed about like how to work or basic Java program with Eclipse and all we have seen. And after that, I explained about each and every term of Java, and we started discussing about the Java variables and what are the keywords, basic things we started discussing. So variables, I said, variables are something which will store data and the meaning always gets changed and we store the code. Keywords are something which have some special meaning in your code and the meaning cannot be changed. So if you are using any keyword like public, static, void or any keyword, the meaning cannot be changed. So these are the keywords, important words which has a specific meaning and the meaning cannot be changed. These things we covered in the last sessions. Okay. So now next basic things before going into the coding, we have to know about the data types. So what are the data types also? We need to know what are the specific data types we have and how to store the data. These are also some basic things that you have to learn. So in any programming languages, the data types are mostly common. Either you observe with any other language also, only how you are defining them, the syntax will be little different. That's it. Otherwise, these basic concepts are common in any languages. So what are the data types? This will tell you what type of data you are storing in your program. What type of data? Okay. Suppose, are you storing a number, or are you storing a character, or a double, or a decimal point, group of characters, what you are storing? That will be told by the data type. Understood? So how many data types are there and what are they? So basically, the data types are divided into two: primary and then secondary. These are the two categories of data types we have: primary and secondary. So what are the primary data types? First, I'll be telling you the primary data types. Like a data type which will store only numbers is called int data type, which is considered as an integer, and this will store only numbers. Only what? Numbers. And as we already discussed, the machine, computer cannot understand the language. It will always store in the byte code. So when you are declaring any variable with a int data type. Suppose, for example, you are writing here int a. That means what you are telling to the compiler, a is a variable of a type int. That means which can store only number. Which can store only what? Number. So now here, how much of memory it occupies? We told in bytes. So an integer, if you are declaring, it can hold up to 4 bytes. You know that 1 byte is equal to like 8 bits, like that. You will be having almost like 4 bytes. Okay, like this, 1 byte, if you are considering, it will be considered as a bits and bytes and all, like 1024 you will be having. So 4 into 1024, that much big number it can hold. Understood? So now the integer. Suppose if you want a higher size, the number is very big, you can take a long int. You can take what? Long int, which can be storing the data type of size 8 bytes almost. Means a very big number. And if the number is very less, then you can give the data type as what? Short, which can occupy up to 2 bytes. And like this. So you can consider the byte itself as one data type also. Byte is also one data type, which will occupy like a single byte. These are all like numbers or whatever that you are storing. Next, if you wanted to store a character, suppose my name is Likita, I will have an initial A. You wanted to store a single character. Whenever you wanted to store a single character, you have to choose the data type as char, okay, which is used for storing characters. You can, as an array, you can also specify multiple character. By default, it will store up to 1 byte of data. And then next, after this, character, short byte. See here, we don't have string as a data type. String is a class generally used for storing group of characters in our Java program, but string is not a data type. It is a class. Okay, remember. Character, byte, short, int, long. And whenever you wanted to store a decimal values, then you can use float data type, which will again occupy and the maximum number like 4 bytes of data, 4 into 1024, such a big number. And then that much of bytes it can occupy. And then next, double. You also have what? Double data type. The double data type also will store decimal values only. but it will occupy a very big decimal value. See, suppose you wanted to store sometimes they will do some researchers, chemical formulas or anything they will get the most accurate value. They need to store the exact decimal value when they're performing calculations. That might be very accurate. In a running race or something, they may calculate like in how many seconds they came, they need milliseconds, exact second. Like it may be very big when you're doing some scientific operations or anything, then it is better to choose double. And if you have a number with a lesser precision value, precision means suppose if you are storing float, sum, salary or anything. Sal is a variable, float is a data type where you are giving a number 7, 8 and you have a lesser precision value. Means after decimal, you have a lesser digits. Then it is better to choose float. Otherwise, if it is very big, or generally also if a number contains a decimal, then you can choose double. Anything. It's up to you. Both are storing for double. Understood? And next, the last primary data type we have as boolean, which is storing only two values, that is true or false. There is no numeric representation. We can assume 1 means false or true, 0 means true, like that, but there is no numeric representation. It will store only the default values of Boolean or true or false. These are the 8 primary data types we have. Got it? Clear, everyone? Int, long, short int or long int or long byte, and byte, character, float, double, and boolean. These are the primary data types we have. And each will store its own type of data. And there is a small difference between the double and float. Because both are storing decimal values, the compiler should not get confused. What is the type of, because it cannot count or check with, okay, 4 or 5 are there, it may be float or double. We cannot tell like that. So there is a small difference when you are storing a double value. Same number I'm writing 7897.8998. So the compiler will understand that it is a float value if you are ending with F. Only for the float data type, you have to initialize the data by ending with what? F. Other than that, nothing. Double, you need not end with the D or anything. Only for the float. If you're reading from keyboard, not required. But if you're directly assigning the value in the program, you have to definitely end with what? F. Understood? Just to make the compiler understand that it is a float value. That it is a float value. Understood? Is it clear, everyone? Online students, Abdul Rahman and Aditya, Balu, Manohar, Shravya, Shravan, Teja, everyone. Okay. Yes. Do you have any questions? No? Okay, fine. So these are the primary data types we have and we can store data. I will just show you one example to store the data, how we are storing. So let us open the Eclipse. We have seen already in the last sessions how to download and install. Those who are joining today for the first time or missed any one of the sessions, please go through the recordings once. You will come to know. And after that, in tomorrow's session after the class, if you have any doubts, you can please ask me. Or after today's session also. So we have created FullStack 16 as a badge, that workspace that we require. You can give any name, as I said. So I'm selecting this and click on launch. Since I created a desktop shortcut, I can easily use it. And we are clicking on the launch. So now The Eclipse IDE will open. Now, see, this is the thing, and I told you to bring 10 to 15 like telling about yourself, right? So all of you try to do that. Now, I have taken the package. This is the project and basic is the package. Hello is one class and sample is one class. I think we did these two examples in the last session. Now I will write one example on data types. Right click on this and say new and then class. And now I'm giving the class name like data types. Okay, 1 second here. Under the class name, make sure the class name is always capital. Okay, just give data types because we already selected Java. You do not give .java here. And then you want the public static main by default to come, then select it. Public static void main. So we know public means anyone can access class name. The class is something like it's a blueprint of an object which tells about the object. Now we are discussing about data types. So meaningfully, I have given data types. Now let us write the code inside this. So now I will declare a person, student or any person, student ID, STID, and I will be directly assigning the value. The student ID is like 121. And you wanted to store, let us say student initial, like his surname. So ST initial. Just the variable name can be any big. And this you are storing the initial as A. And then next you wanted to store the name. Now still we did not discuss arrays concept at all. So not using character array to store the name. Instead of that, I am using string class directly and say student name is equal to, and I can initialize with some name. This is the student name. And then we are also writing like, let us say student got 3 subjects marks. That can be either integer or float or double, whatever it is. I'm taking as float. And I'm writing like float M1, comma, M2, comma, M3. Let us say it has 3 subjects of marks. And now I can declare and initialize later also. No problem. Or I can directly initialize like this. Now M1 is equal to, since it is a float, I'm just writing 9 and see if I end with semicolon, it is giving me error. Why? Because what is the rule I said? Float should be ended with F. Yes or no? Whatever the float value, and I discussed the float value should be ended with F, or else it will suggest you, if you put your cursor, it will say add cast or make this to double, anything you do. So we will add F telling that it is a float value. M2, 90.9 F or like this. And M3 is equal to, and I will be giving like 55.56 F. So like this, I have added the marks. And you can take it as a float or you can take it as double, whatever you want, you can just provide. Yes. Initial, we are able to give in double quotes. See, whenever you are storing in Java single character, it can be given in single quote. If it is more than one character, we will give in double quotes. Okay, considering it, if you wanted in give in double quotes, see, you are declaring it as what? Character. Character means you can store only single character. So it will expect to give in what? Single quote. Character means 1 byte only, no? So as a array we can provide. That we'll see later. But character means you have to give in single quote. Double means you have to give in, sorry, string means more than one character means you have to give in double quotes. Okay, so like this way. And you can choose double instead of float. Whatever you want, you can take. And I am taking some double sports score. The student is also having sports score. And then here you are writing like 78.55. Here you need not end with F. We are not getting any error because double type. Float only expects to be ended with F. Okay, so this is the integer, character, float, double. Like this, you can take short, long also. Okay, clear? Now, I'm going to print all these types that I have declared here. So how to print? Just write system.out.println, and I wanted to print on the screen like student details just first. And after that, I'm going to print each and everything. You know, print and println difference also. Print means in the same line. Println means it will automatically starts in, like after printing, it comes to the new line. Okay. Now system.out.println in double quotes, whatever you want, you can write. Like I'm writing like student ID is equal to some space plus STID like this. So what will happen here? Plus is used as a concatenation, just putting together. These are not numbers to add, right? So when you put double quotes and plus symbol, it will consider as concatenation, putting them what? Together. Now here, student ID in double quotes, whatever you give, this is printed on as it is on the screen. And when you wrote this STD ID, it will print 121. Here, the variable name should exactly match with the declared variable. Suppose if you're writing double T or you're writing like this, then it will give you an error because it will tell the variable is not declared. Create a local variable, it is telling. So that's the reason here the variable name should be after plus exactly the variable name that you declared. In double quotes, your wish. Whatever you want, you can declare. And then again, system.out.println student initial. Student initial equal to space. And then here you will be using the plus symbol and st initial. And in the same way, you can also print the marks, whatever we declared, system.out.println, and then you're going to print like student marks in 3 subjects. And then here, you can print one by one, or you can print like whatever you want. So here, if you want, you can give here M1. Or I will print in new line, another line, just system.out.println. See here, M1 is equal to, and then plus M1. Now, if you feel that all the marks you wanted to print in the same line, okay, whatever the marks that you have given, you wanted to print in what? Same line, not in the different line. Then after printing M1, I will be writing plus again double quotes slash T. Remember, slash T is one escape sequence which is used for a tab space. I'm writing this here in a comment. Comments are nothing but non-executable codes. Double slash is called one comment. This is a single line comment. Means only for one line the comment is applied. So now you're telling like slash T, you're writing is used for tab space. Whenever you want a single tab space, then you can use here slash T. And again, in this only, After gap, I'm writing M2 is equal to, and then give some little space and then plus M2. Again plus double quote slash T, and again M3 is equal to. And then what? M3. So like this you have printed. Here itself you can print sports score also, or you can print in new line. System.out.println, like sports score is equal to. And then you can just print here SP score. Yes. So specifically, if there is no indentation required, if you want before, then you give slash t before. By default, this ln will come in the new line. When I give this space, it exactly gives the space. And before this, if you want a space, you can give space like this. Okay, there is no specifically like that you can give. You will use slash t to come give a tab space. Like that, you also have slash n to come into the new line. Got it? So now I'm just printing this. I'm just saving the modifications. Here you can see this is the symbol. You can save, and then this is to run. So now here you can see this is the console, student details, ID 121, initial A, marks in 3 subjects, M1, M2, and then M3, and this is the sports score. Got it? So this is how we write the example. Just a tab space. If you want a proper indentation, then you try to give in the same line like that. But I did not think much. You can just write normally. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone, about the example? Balu, everyone? Okay. Once I will share this example in your chat box, all of you just have a look and let me know if you have any questions. అందరికి అర్థమవుతుంది కదండి? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి. అబ్దుల్, ఆదిత్య, బాలు, లీలావతి, మనోహర్, సాయి, శ్రవణ్, తేజ సాయి, everyone. Is it clear how to declare the data types and how to write? We just wrote the main method with the class and ID, initial A, and string name, that is the student name, and then marks, and then score. And I just printed, I did not do any calculation here. Just simply declared and initialized the values and then printed. This is little different. Like we are writing in double quotes plus symbol. Plus is used for concatenation, putting them what together. See, indentations means like if you wanted to arrange properly, then you can provide. Okay. It is good to follow the indentations and properly spacing everything. Just it's a in coming classes you will also learn how to add proper space and everything with true escape sequences and all. Clear? And all of you, in the same way, you can try one example for an employee for the next session when you're coming. Still, I'll continue. I will just write one example, like you have to write a program. I'm sharing it in the chat box. All of you see, you have to write a program. to assign employee information. Okay, what are the informations that you have for the employee? That is like you have to enter the employee ID and then employee name and initial and all. If you want, you give, otherwise not required. Employee ID and employee name, employee city and employee mobile number and employee salary. And remember, is salary, like employee salary, whatever you're printing, it should be like basic plus HRA plus PF. Then only it becomes his total salary. That will be his salary, that whatever we are giving. So I will tell about this calculation part later. Just do one thing as of now. Read the basic salary and HRA and PF salaries also and print how I have read the employee. Later I'll tell you to do the calculations. Okay, so these are the things. Same as how I did, you can do. You can choose int data type for the ID, name string class, and city also string class, and mobile number is again number. And for basic HRA and PF, you either choose, let us say the double or float. That's up to you. You can choose anything. Okay, just try to assign these values and then just print them like this. I know this is initial. You might feel little tough beginning days of program. So I'm going very slow. So just initialize like how I have given, and in the place of student, give employee, employee ID, employee name, and basic in the place of M1, M2, M3, basic HRA and PF. That's it. You need not give the total score and sports score also. Just give like whatever. Clear? Someone is typing something on the screen. Any questions? Online students, any questions? So these are the data types that we have declared and assigned. Now we did not see one data type on boolean. Boolean also will store the data true or what? False. Boolean will store true or false. How to remove? Someone is typing something on the screen. It is completely on my screen. Is it visible for everyone also? Okay. Just all of you try. Anyone who has written, you can just remove it. One second, I have this. I can clear or something. Someone written. Okay, I removed it. Fine. Okay. Now let us take one values for the Boolean. I will take one more example. Just right click on the basic and say new and then class. This is also on data type only. So I'm just writing like a data type 2 and then with the main method. See, if you wanted to declare anything with a byte, that also you can take. Byte B is equal to, you can store some number and long int, long double, that all also you can declare based upon the questions or programs that we are doing. And now Boolean. Boolean, then Suppose you wanted to store a student pass or fail. That is his result. Okay, if he gets true, then it is pass, otherwise he is false. Like that, whenever you wanted to store such information, then you can take a boolean value which will accept only true or false values. Okay, so like this you can. And we assign directly here also we can assign result is equal to, then you have to give true. You need not use double quote, single quote, nothing, because it's these are the fixed values. Previously, when we gave the name or anything, that we I gave in double quotes, character I gave in single quote, but here you need not give in a double quote or single quote, because if you give double quote it considers as a string. If you are giving single quote it considers as a character, but it's not that. The data type itself is having only two values, true or false. So you can directly assign this, you can use it. And how to print it? System.out.println, you will be printing the byte b, and again, I'm giving plus double quotes slash T for the tab space, and then plus, I'm going to write like RES. That is the result. Okay, now let us run the code. See, you are getting 123 and 2. Got it? Once again, I'm going to run. Is it clear? So the Boolean data type will store only the true or false values. Clear? So these are the data types that we have primarily. I hope I discussed all the data types, Boolean, double, float, and all. I will share this example also, just a simple one if you want. Those who are very much new to it, they can always practice. Just all of you check with that example also and let me know if you have any questions. I hope this is simple and clear. Now, coming to the coding, we have seen data types. Before going into the operators, I would like to tell some more basic things on this, like how the comments are given in Java. See, there are so many types of, like few types of comments, not many actually, few types of comments. Like first one is you have single line comments. So what are single line comments? Single line comments are like just whatever I wrote here in the previous example in data types. Here, okay, I did not write, I wrote, yes, here I wrote, right? Slash T is used for the tab space. Like that, you can write. So, double slash is used for the single line comment. So, double slash. Okay, whenever you wanted to commit, comments are non-executable. They're only for our understanding. So comments for whenever you want for the single line, then you can use what? Double slash. And second one is like multi-line comments. So whenever you have something like multiple line, suppose in this example, I have wanted to mention you that write a program and so like Boolean value. Then you will give like this slash star and again end with a star slash. Then whatever you write in between this, it will be considered as what? One comment. Okay. So now I'm going to right click on this and say new class, and the class name is like we are going to do on like operators. Then now I forgot to write the main public static void main. So now, suppose you are giving here like you wanted to read any type of data. You wanted to write here like write a program to calculate employee salary. Let us say this is the question, and I will give a hint like add basic plus HRA plus PF like this. These are like multi-line comments whenever you have. So you can also write like this when you have more number of comments, more lines of comments. Just above the program or anywhere in the program, slash star and star slash. This is an example of multi-line comments. Clear, everyone? These are the two types of comments we have, like single line comments and multi-line comments. When you have single line comment, you can give like that, or else you can also give like multiple line comments. I'm telling you like every single basic thing so that you can just implement it when you are writing in exam or any MCQ test. It will really help you. And now, when we discussed our programming language, like we are installing JDK, which is providing us a complete library, I said. What is the main and system, everything is provided here. But are we importing any package to work with? System means it is printing system.out.println. When you are writing, it is printing the data on screen. But how it is printing? How it knows that println means it should print? Everything is defined in its own classes and interfaces. Like println means should print out is object, string argument, static means it should be called directly by the class name. Everything is defined in classes and interfaces. How it is directly we are using means without directly we cannot use. If you wanted to use any class which is already existing in Java predefined package, you have to compulsory import it. You have to compulsory import it. In Java programming language, if you wanted to use any predefined classes or methods, anything, you have to first import its package where it is defined how to do it. But without importing only, I'm using system class, static keyword, public main, so many things. Why? Because there is a default package in Java. What we have? Default package in Java. So which is used for implementing everything. So what is the default package? That is java.lang. This is the default package that we have. Even though you don't import, as soon as it becomes a Java class, it is imported automatically. That's the reason system or static or many keywords are working without any issue. Because as soon as you write, it's a Java class, the compiler will add the default package java.lang.star. Star indicates everything. These all methods, classes are present. Whatever till now I have used in the program, all are present in the lang package only. That's the reason I'm directly using that. In coming classes, you will see what are the other packages we have and what are the classes we have in that. Clear? Clear, everyone? And just for your assignment purpose, I will just tell you one more simple topic just to we have still some things to discuss about packages and everything. But before that, I will tell you one operator that is present in Java. That is arithmetic operator. You know all the arithmetic operations, right? Plus, minus, multiplication, and then division, and then modulus. We'll discuss about everything. So why I'm telling is this, I wanted to tell about plus. That is a arithmetic operator. Plus is used for what? Concatenation, if you're concatenating string number or both the strings. Generally, for numbers, plus is used for adding its value. 5 plus 2 or 10 plus 30, 40, like that when you want it. Now, whatever example I have given you as an assignment, please try to add one more point to it. What is that I have given? Read the employer, assign employee ID, name, city, mobile number, and then salary. And along with that, I said just calculate or basic. So what you will do now is after reading your basic HRA and PF, just add them and put it in total salary. What you have to do? Assign all the things, take total salary, and total salary is equal to basic plus HRA plus PF. So this is the formula you have to take. That will become his total salary. What is the total salary that you have to declare and do it? What is that? Basic and then plus HRA and then plus PF. I just wrote in the chat box the formula. All of you, will you try this? Will you try this, everyone? Andar try chestara andi? Teja, Shrikant, Shravan, Shravya, Sai, Manohar, Leelavati, Shrikant, Satish, Vikas, Balu, Aditya, everyone.
యా హాయ్ మేడం గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ యాక్చువల్లీ నేను ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అయ్యాను క్లాస్ సో లాస్ట్ 3 సెషన్స్ నేను జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు ఐ మీన్ నేను అవ్వలేదు నేను నిన్నే సార్తో మాట్లాడి ఈరోజు నాకు లింక్ వచ్చింది నేను ఈరోజు జాయిన్ అయ్యాను
ఓకే దాన్ని మీరు 9:15 బ్యాచ్ కదా
అంటే నాకు 9:15 రిలేటెడ్ పంపించారు మేడం లింక్ ఈ లాస్ట్ 3 సెషన్స్ డెమో జరిగాయి మీరు ఈరోజు జాయిన్ అవ్వండి అన్నట్టుగా చెప్పారు
ఓకే ఓకే మీరు ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ ఆల్రెడీ అయిపోయిందా మీది
లేదు మేడం నేను జావాకి ఫ్రెషర్ని
ఫుల్ స్టాక్ ఓకే జాయిన్ అయ్యారు ఓకే ఫైన్ ఫైన్ అండి అయితే మీరు డెమో సెషన్స్ అన్ని వినండి సో రేపటి సెషన్ లో మీరు అసలు వినకపోతే కొంచెం వాట్ ఈస్ పబ్లిక్ నేను బేసిక్ థింగ్స్ నిన్నటి సెషన్ లో చెప్పాను కాబట్టి ఒక్కసారి మీ డెమో సెషన్స్ విని డౌట్స్ ఏమన్నా ఉంటే కనుక రేపటి సెషన్ లో అడగండి
షూర్ మేడం
ఓకే ఇవాళ సెషన్ కొంచెం అర్థమైందా
అంటే జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడే మేడం ఒక 5 మినిట్స్ అయింది జాయిన్ అయ్యి
అవునా ఓకే ఫైన్ ఫైన్ నో ప్రాబ్లం మీరు అయితే డెమో సెషన్స్ వినండి సో డెమో సెషన్స్ విన్నాక రేపు క్లాస్ 9:05 9:10 కి జాయిన్ అవ్వండి సో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ముందే నేను క్లారిఫై చేస్తాను
షూర్ మేడం యా థ్యాంక్ యూ
ఓకే సో వాట్ అబౌట్ అదర్స్ ఎవ్రీవన్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ ఎనీ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ Abdul Rahman clear yes where we will use when we will use byte long double see as I said when we will use a long int or a double we will see in coming examples in the previous example also I have used a double whenever you wanted to store higher precision values means where the decimal value is very big అంటే accurate values కావాల్సినప్పుడు the most accurate decimal value కావాల్సినప్పుడు మనం like any experiments or something when you do you want exact decimal value if it is the decimal value 10 15 places ఉన్న పెద్ద decimal value ఉన్నప్పుడు double యూస్ చేస్తాం అండ్ బైట్ అనేది 1 byte ఆఫ్ డేటా ఇట్ విల్ ఆక్యుపై అంటే చాలా తక్కువ నెంబర్ యూ కెన్ స్టోర్ ఇట్ ఓకే వెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ వెరీ మచ్ ష్యూర్ ద నెంబర్ ఈస్ వెరీ స్మాల్ యూ కెన్ యూస్ బైట్ or integer which will store only 1 byte of data and coming to the long int both are for storing numbers only int or long int but long int can store very big number. So I said int can store only 4 bytes of number, means 4 into 1024, such a big amount of bytes it occupy, and that is the biggest number it can hold. But in any case, in any program somewhere, you wanted to store still a big number. See, we will calculate in further examples factorial of a number. I think everyone know what is factorial. 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. You'll get some 120 number. If it is 10 factorial, 20 factorial, 30 factorial, then our int data type will not be sufficient. You have to take long int. When you are storing very big number, it is not having decimal value, right? That cases we will be using long int. Clear? Okay. So, ఇంకా ఎవరికన్నా ఏమైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయా అండి? ఎనీవన్? Try to do that example by tomorrow's session, and all of you please join by 9:15 tomorrow also. And I wanted to inform you, please enroll as early as possible. Okay, because we completed the demo sessions and regular sessions also. So by any time the link gets changed and you will miss the session to join. So all of you please try to do the enrollment so that you can get now whatever programs I am doing and this running notes and document about the basic Java, all these things you will be getting shared once you get enrolled. So please all of you do enrollment as early as possible by tomorrow maximum. Okay. Clear everyone? Anything required, you can talk to the admin also. I will again share the number in the chat box, all of you, and you can call to that number and do the enrollment also. Okay, all of you, I'm sharing the number. Eight nine seven eight 345 8878 345 I have shared in the chat box also to everyone. Please share a message that you have attended demo session, regular session, so that they will share the recording link to you, and do the enrollment also by checking the process with them. Okay. Yes, then those who have any doubts, please ask, and others can leave the session and join tomorrow by 9:50.
మేడం ఈ సెషన్ ఇది జావా ఫుల్ స్టాక్ రిలేటెడ్ అని మేడం ఇది.
అవునండి.
ఓకే. సో, నాకు యాక్చువల్‌గా జావా ఐడియా లేదు. నేను ఒకసారి మీరన్నట్టుగా డెమో సెషన్స్ అన్నీ ఒకసారి అటెండ్ అవుతాను. ఒకసారి చూస్తాను.
చూడండి, చూడండి.
చూసిన తర్వాత
డెఫినెట్‌గా నేను ఈ పాస్ట్ 4 సెషన్స్‌లో కూడా ఫస్ట్ డెమో సెషన్‌లో మీకు అసలు ఫుల్ స్టాక్ కోర్స్‌లో ఏమేమి నేర్పుతామనేది ఉంటుంది అంతే. అసలు
ఓకే.
ఫుల్ స్టాక్ జావా అంటే మీరు అసలు అందులో ఏమేం టాపిక్స్, మాడ్యూల్స్ కవర్ అవుతాయని డీటెయిల్‌గా చెప్తాము. విత్
ఓకే.
బేసిక్ వాట్ ఈస్ జావా అని. డెమో 2 సెషన్ నుంచి జావా స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ జావా, అసలు జావాకి ఏమి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి, దానివల్ల మనకేంటి, ఎలాంటి రియల్ టైమ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ డెవలప్ చేస్తాము, ఇవన్నీ ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే.
అండ్ ఆ తర్వాత ఇన్స్టాలేషన్, బేసిక్ జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్, అంతే. ఎక్కువ టాపిక్స్ కవర్ అవ్వలేదు. బట్
ఓకే.
ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ టైం వింటున్నారు కాబట్టి బిగినింగ్ చాలా స్లోగా ఉంటుందన్నమాట. అసలు
ఓకే.
తెలియని వాళ్ళు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వకుండా ఉండాలని. అంటే కొంతమందికి C++ ఐడియా ఉండుండొచ్చు. వాళ్ళకి కొంచెం బోరింగ్‌గా లేదా తెలిసిందే అనిపించొచ్చు కానీ, అసలు తెలియని వాళ్ళందరినీ కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేసుకొని చెప్తాం కాబట్టి బిగినింగ్
ఓకే.
సెషన్స్ కొంచెం స్లోగా ఉంటాయి. 1 వీక్, 10 డేస్. తర్వాత నుంచి మీకు యాజ్ యూజువల్ ఫ్లోలో వెళ్ళిపోతుందన్నమాట.
ఓకే. మేడం ఇంకొకటి ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్‌గా క్లాస్ మీరు రికార్డ్ చేస్తున్నట్టుగా ఇక్కడ నాకు కనిపిస్తోంది. ఇది నేను తర్వాత కావాలంటే మళ్ళీ నేను వాచ్ చేసుకోవచ్చా మేడం? అంటే
వినొచ్చండి. వినొచ్చండి. దీని గురించి అంతా కూడా మీకు డెమో 1లో ఉంటుంది. మీకు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే 1 ఇయర్ పాటు రికార్డింగ్స్ అవైలబుల్ ఉంటాయి. మీకు ఏదైతే వన్స్ ఎన్రోల్‌మెంట్ జరిగిపోతుందో మీకు ఒక గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్, గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ లింక్ ఇస్తారు. సో,
ఓకే.
దానికి ఎవ్రీ డే మీరు క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అయినా, అవ్వకపోయినా లేదా ఆన్‌లైన్‌లో విన్నా, ఆఫ్‌లైన్‌లో వచ్చినా గానీ ఎవ్రీ డే అందరికి బ్యాచ్ అందరికి రికార్డింగ్ వెళ్ళిపోతుంది.
ఓకే.
సో,
ఓకే మేడం.
అది మీకు ద డే యూ ఆర్ జాయినింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ దేర్ 1 ఇయర్ పాటు యాక్సెసిబిలిటీ ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే. ఓకే
సో,
మేడం.
ఆ
యాహ్!
క్లాసెస్ 6 మంత్స్‌లో అయిపోయినాయి. తర్వాత 6 మంత్స్ కూడా మీరు ఎప్పుడు కావాలంటే అప్పుడు రికార్డింగ్స్ వినొచ్చు.
ఓకే మేడం.
అండ్
యాహ్!
నోట్స్ అంతా కూడా మీరు డౌన్‌లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్ ఐ మీన్ మీరేదైతే
ఆ!
రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్ చెప్తున్నారో అది
ఆ!
గూడా?
అది కూడా. నేను ఈ రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్ ఉంది కదా! నేను టైప్ చేస్తున్నది. నేను ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఆ
హ్మ్.
రన్నింగ్ నోట్స్, ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అండ్ థియరీ డాక్యుమెంటేషన్. సపోజ్ నేను వాట్ ఈస్ జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్ అంటే వాటి ఫీచర్స్ మీద ఒక నోట్స్ ఉంటది. ఆ డాక్యుమెంట్, టెక్స్ట్ ఫైల్, ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఈ 3 ప్రతిరోజు షేర్ చేస్తాను. అవన్నీ కూడా
ఓకే.
మీరు డౌన్‌లోడ్ చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. నో ప్రాబ్లమ్.
ఓకే. ఓకే
ఓన్లీ
మేడం.
రికార్డింగ్ మాత్రం 1 ఇయర్ పాటు వింటారు మీరు. వినొచ్చు
ఓకే.
ఎప్పుడైనా.
ఓకే మేడం. యాహ్!
ఓకే అండి? యాహ్!
హుహు. థాంక్ యూ.
యాహ్! ఓకే దెన్. ఇంకా ఎవరికైనా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా అండి?
మేడం నేను లీవ్ అవ్వచ్చా? రేపు
యెస్. యెస్.
9
ఆ! డౌట్స్ లేని వాళ్ళందరూ లీవ్ అవ్వచ్చు. అంటే ఎవరైనా డౌట్స్ అడుగుతారని వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నాను అంతే. కొత్త సెషన్స్ కదా! కొంతమందికి ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడుగుతారని. సో,
ఓకే మేడం.
డౌట్స్ లేని వాళ్ళు లీవ్ అవ్వచ్చు. రేపు 9:15 కల్లా జాయిన్ అవ్వండి.
షూర్ మేడం. యాహ్! థాంక్
ఓకే.
యూ.
యాహ్!
హుహు.
Sai and Balu, any questions or any doubts? Okay, then I will end the session and I'll join tomorrow by 9:15. Thank you, everyone.